Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We have another meta breakdown video for you. I know we're nearing the end of the MRC season. We're not having much else outside of Ascent Singapore coming up, and the meta's been sort of defined at this point. But we're still going to go ahead and make some videos, maybe a little bit shorter than normal, but we're going to keep on going at it. Before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to Mitch over at Merlin's Marketplace. Thank you for the new playmat over on the wall here for the videos. And yeah, so let's get into the first event that was in Florida this past weekend, which was Haven Games Regional. This was a 49-man event. We had top 8 cut breakdown, and the basic element chart was followed. We had 16 fire decks, 14 wind decks, 9 water decks, and 10 normal decks. And our lineage breakdown, we have about 10 normal Silvies, 5 Spirit of Wind Tristans, 3 Spirit of Fire Tristan Lorraine, which is usually Errupting, Spirit of Wind Luxem is 2, and another Spirit of Wind that is 2, and 2 Water Diana, and a couple Fire Merlins breaking it down. But with that being said, let's go ahead and break down into our first deck list. Our first deck list in first place was Guru. We go ahead and click up in the top right, left, whatever direction it is at this point. But we did do an interview with Guru breaking down his Ascent Chicago Silvie list, and that looks like what he brought here today was his Silvie list. This looks like pretty much the same material deck that we talked about before in a video, but we did see the changes that we talked about before coming into this. And that is running the Ordinary Bear in the main list, taking out Meta Bloom Dryad, running 3 Slime Eruptions, Side Slime in the main, 2 Lusher Slime, 3 Guys Slime, 2 Himagai's Grace in here as well, 1 Nova Lantern, 1 Fast Gear, 1 Ordinary Bear on the side, 4 Reprogram, 1 Resolute Stand, 1 Twilight Slime, 1 Songbird, and 2 Verdant Slime also in the side. Congrats to Gru for taking first place. I'm glad to see the changes that we talked about in our video worked out. And like I said, if you all want to see the breakdown about slimes and some other insights into this deck and what sort of the game plan is, what you want to do, I said check out our interview with Guru that we had after Ascent Chicago. In second place, we had Hama. Hama is also over on the Silvie Menace. I'm going to call him a menace at this point because Silvie is everywhere. No matter how much this card's going to get hit, it's still popping up and being strong. So in the main deck, we have 4 Baby Gray Slime, 4 Blissful Calling, 3 Ordinary Bear, 4 Escape, 4 Gather Slime, 4 Storm, Twilight, and a Ethereal Slime. I'm pretty sure this is similar to the Chess Club list that was top 8 at Ascent Chicago. I know Chess Club has also made a video about this list, so make sure you go check out their video if you want this breakdown a little bit further. In the side, we have Nullify Lantern, Fast Cure, Incapacitate, 4 Reprogram, 1 Turbocharge, 3 Twilight Slime, 1 Himagai's Grace, and 1 Vampiric Slime. Congratulations to Hama for getting second place and securing your Light Reaver's Assault invite. Into deck number 3 now. We have True Champion Isaac. True Champion has sort of pivoted into Slimes, so it shows you how good this deck is at this point. Isaac is also on Slimes, a little bit different build. We do have Safeguard Amulet in the main board and the Chalice of Blood. We also have a couple other changes in here where you run 2 Idle Thoughts to help you sort of filter out the top cards of your deck. In this case, which sort of an issue Silvie has, if you need to go ahead and filter off the top 4 to set your drills a little bit better, filter 3 for your dungeon guides, and you also have floating memory to use to go from level 1 to level 2 if you need it. And in sort of the rest of it, you have the usual Ethereal Slime, Storm Slime, and Guy Songbird. This list is not running Ordinary Bear. In the sideboard, you have 1 Verdant Slime, 1 Beast Spawn Boots, 1 Beast Spawn Ears, 2 Beast of Frenzies, 2 Reprograms, 1 Resolute Stand, and 3 Scavenger Raccoons. This is all probably brought in for the usual Allies matchup, and Scavenger Raccoons possibly into either a Mirror, which could be useful, maybe a little questionable, Nico, and as well as, say, Errupting, just to get some cards out of their graveyard so you can go ahead and start banishing the fire cards so they can't Errupting you for more damage. Congrats to True Champion Gaming and Isaac for securing yet another Light Reaver's Assault. Going into deck number 4, you have Terry, which is on a very unique Spirit of Wind Tristan. I say unique because this sort of starts to look like the normal Ascent Chicago list, but there's a little difference of variances. That being said, you still run the Slice and Dice, you still run Surveil the Winds. You have 2 Zephyrs, 3 Reclaims, and 4 Windmill Engineers. Where it sort of pivots a little bit is that we now have 2 Beseech the Winds in the main deck. This is sort of help you deal around the decks that are having a lot of Stifling Traps, or if you don't have a Zephyr or Reclaim for your Dungeon Guide to get the Unentered trigger to resolve through a Stifling Trap, you can go ahead and Beseech the Wind, and then you can go ahead and level up that way to get your level 3 a little bit quicker. This one is also running the Umber Sight, which is still a pretty strong card. It does get you to actually draw 2, even though you take 2 damage, versus a recover 2 and draw. So it really depends on which way you want to use it. Umber Sight's still a good alternative if you don't use Shadow Resonance. In the sideboard, you have 3 Resolute Stands, 1 Veiling Breeze, 3 Eternal Magistrate, 2 Incap, 1 Divine Lantern, and 3 Umbra Sight. Congratulations to Terry for getting a Light Reaver's Assault. In our next list, we have Amon, Emerdrange. Sorry ahead of time for this. That was horrible. We have a Spirit of Fire Erupting deck that we talked about multiple times in this channel at this point. It's a very cool list. It's a very hard deck to pivot, or not pivot, to pilot. But we have 4 Creative Shock, pretty much everything in here is pretty much, I imagine, looking like Matt G's Errupting list. The main game plan is that you go ahead, you have Embersong and Erupting Rhapsody. If you go level 1 Tristan, you can go ahead and Agility 3 up into a Fireball kill at the end of your turn. If you went Lorraine, you can then fire Momentum instead. So you have a couple different ways to go ahead and close out the game, apply a lot of pressure, and then close the game at a very fast, rapid pace. Especially you have cards like Vermilion Decree to deal 3 damage and start drawing some more cards, and then Under Fire to keep you alive with going stealth. In the sideboard here, you have the Arisana, Dustlight Communion, Incap, Innervate Fury, and to reduce the Ash. But congrats for getting your Lightweaver's Assault. And our next True Champion member, we have Caben. Eli did not make this event. Eli did not top 8 because Eli is not there for this event. So True Champion, Caben is also on Slimes. This shows you the power list. This one's a little bit different than Isaac's list. This one is only 4 Gather Slime, 4 Slime Eruption versus the 2 Idle Thoughts. You have 4 Skip the Wreckage, 3 Guys Songboard, 4 Storm, and 4 Ethereal, as well as 2 Slime King. So in the sideboard, you have Nullify Lantern, Beast of Frenzy, 3 Ordinary Bear, 2 Reprogram, 2 Resistant, 1 Guys, 1 Hymns, Ordinary Bear's Power Board versus the Silvies in the allied matchups. Start applying that board pressure and clearing out the board. Congrats to Caben for getting, I think, your 3rd, 4th, maybe even 5th. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I lost track of your Lightweaver's Assault promos. And we have Ryer over here on Spirit of Wind Tristan. This one's going back pretty much like the Ascent Chicago list, pretty much exactly the same list if I'm not mistaken. You have Slice Sadie, Black Market Broker, Crazy Alex, Dream Fairies, Fumes for the mirror matchup, Zephyrs, Shadow Resonance, and Shadow Strike. With the sideboard being 2 Incaps, 3 Programs, 2 Ascent Protectors, 1 Ensnaring Fumes, 3 Eternal Magistrates, 2 Zephyr, and 2 Shadow Resonance. If you want a full breakdown of this list and sort of the game plan, because you can go either control or aggro, we do have a breakdown from the Ascent Chicago video, and I did go over that list there. And our final list, and we have something that makes me a little sad. Come on, man. You have a name called True Assassin. It's only right there in the title. True Assassin. Assassin. And we're playing Silvie. I'm just messing with you. But congrats for getting top 8. This is another Silvie breakdown list. This is pretty much exactly, if I'm not mistaken, 2 Chess Club's lists. So if you want, go ahead and look up Chess Club's video for the breakdown of this list and the breakdown over on their channel. But with that being said, everyone, I want to thank you all for watching. I know this was a little bit of a quicker video. This is because we're at the point where a lot of the decks aren't really changing too much, not too much to break down, and we go over this enough into our game plans. But with that being said, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, especially subscribe. I have so much more content coming out, more than meta breakdown videos. I'm trying to expand more and more. But with that being said, I hope I will talk to you all later. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.